What is up, you guys? It's RJ. We finally have Sugar back, or slash Agust D. I apologize. People Part 2 is the name of the song. I didn't know there was a People Part 1, but this is going to be his third album, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm assuming People Part 1 is probably amongst the two of those. But this is also featuring IU. I had to look that up because I wasn't sure of the feature there. But IU is an artist that I don't actually know too much about. I have one song that I heard from her before I got into K-pop, and it's been saved in my phone ever since, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I already know her vocals on, like, mixed with him is going to be magical. So I'm excited. Let's do it.
So time is here, now Friday to go. I know you know anything to know. So time is here, now Friday to go. Nobody doesn't know anymore.
사랑이라는 말 어쩌면 순간의 감정의 날 조건이 붙진 않은 무얼 사랑하는가 충분히 사랑받지 못한 나이 그래서 무엇보다 신중한 타입 나는 말에 원해 진중한 사 알잖아 영어는 못했어 잔잔한 파도에도 힘없이 쉽게 무너져 상실은 무엇 때문에 슬픈 걸까 사실은 두려운 게 슬픈 거야 두려운 게 슬픈 거야
Wow.
So far away you're gone Getting far away
Wow, is that Sugar?
Too far away you're gone
Agust D.
I know I have to know, yeah.
Oh,
So time is here, now Friday to go. I know you know anything to know. So time is here, now Friday to go. Nobody doesn't know anymore.
당신은 무엇 때문에 슬픈 걸까? 사실은 두려움이 큰 거잖아 함께 미래 그리던 우리는 없고 쌓은 모든 성들을 부셔버린 것은 우린 거야 승패가 없는 게임이라지만 난 언제나 게임 루저 모든 걸 주겠다던 우린 모든 것을 부셔 그리고 떠나지 사랑이던 사람이든 모두가 이기적이기 때문이야 So far away you're gone Getting far away Too far away you're gone I know I have to know
oh my God! I have something to say after this. After this.
Time is here, now Friday to go. I know you know anything to know. So time is here, now Friday to go. Nobody doesn't know anymore.
떠가는 사람 떠가는 사람 사랑의 끝은 과연 무엇일까 수많은 사람 스쳐간 사람 사랑은 사랑으로 완벽할까 그래 말야 이타적인 게 어쩌면 되려 이기적이네 널 위해 한다는 말은 곧 내 욕심이기에 욕심을 버리면 행복해지고 채우지 못한 반쪽짜리 허사 삶은 저항과 복종 사이의 싸움이라는데 내가 보기에는 외로움들과의 싸움이네 눈물이 터져 나오면 그대 울어도 돼 당신은 사랑받기에도 이미 충분한데
So time is here, now Friday to go.
Oh, wow.
I know you know anything to know. So time is here, now Friday to go. Nobody doesn't know anymore. Yeah.
대부분 다 뭐 사람들한테 전달하고 싶은 이야기도 있지만 나 자신한테 이야기를 하는 것처럼 들린다라는 이야기를 많이 들었거든요. 사실이기도 하고요. 그때 당시에 코로나로 여러 가지 것들을 할 수 없을 때 굉장히 모든 것을 잃어버렸다라고 생각을 했을 때 썼던 곡이기 때문에 나 자신한테 되게 해주고 싶었던 이야기였습니다.
Interesting. Wait, I wanna one more time.
대부분 다 뭐 사람들한테 전달하고 싶은 이야기도 있지만 나 자신한테 이야기를 하는 것처럼 들린다라는 이야기를 많이 들었거든요. 사실이기도 하고요. 그때 당시에 코로나로 여러 가지 것들을 할 수 없을 때
He looks amazing.
굉장히
I just want to say
모든
that.
것을 잃어버렸다라고 생각을 했을 때 썼던 곡이기 때문에 나 자신한테 되게 해주고 싶었던 이야기였습니다.
Okay, so with that little ending piece, I find that to be very interesting to come after the song because I feel like when I was reading the lyrics, I was thinking of something not completely, but something else. So to know that that's why he wrote the song and that's what it's about, I'm gonna rewatch it and probably do a little pausing here and there to actually take in the lyrics and kind of try to interpret them to make them make sense for the circumstance that he said he wrote the song about. Something else I wanted to say before I rewatch. I don't know if I am just forgetting in this very moment right now, but I feel like I have not heard Suga singing, and if I have, I don't think it's been enough because for some reason I had to question whether or not I was hearing him sing or someone else singing because I feel like I'm used to him rapping. Now I haven't heard any of his other music under Agust D, so that could be why I have this thought, which I'm slowly working my way through BTS's music and albums and whatnot, so I'm sure it'll come across eventually. But as of late, most of the stuff I've heard from him is just rapping. So to hear his voice in that way was very surprising, very soothing as well. So I would like to rewatch this right now.
So time is young, now Friday to go. I know you know anything there's no. So time is young, now Friday to go. Nobody doesn't know anymore.
사랑이라는 말 어쩌면 순간의 감정의 날 조건이 붙진 않은 무얼 사랑하는가 충분히 사랑받지 못한 나이 그래서 무엇보다 신중한 타입 나는 말에 원해 진중한 사 알잖아 영어는 못했어 잔잔한 파도에도 힘없이 쉽게
Wait, what?
충분히 사랑받지 못한 나이 그래서 무엇보다 신중한 타입 나는 말에 원해 진중한 사 알잖아 영어는 못했어 잔잔한 파도에도 힘없이 쉽게 무너져 상실은 무엇 때문에 슬픈 걸까 잔잔한 파
Forever is something like a sandcastle that comes crumbling down at the calmest of waves. When I initially read this, I thought that this song was revolving around a relationship. And he, prior to this, he does kind of mention wanting a sincere connection, but I was thinking that in a relationship point of view. But given the fact that he wrote this about how he was feeling during the pandemic, about how he felt like he lost everything, I feel like, a lot of people can relate to feeling like you've lost connecting to people in general. And it almost became something that a lot of people took for granted, just simple human connection or human interaction. And then suddenly when the world is turned on upside down and people can't interact in the way that you normally would, you almost thought that was going to be a thing that would just exist forever. And then suddenly the smallest, well, not the smallest, but I mean, in the context of this song, when it comes crumbling down in the calmest of at the calmest of waves, something as simple as that can just make what seems like should be forever become gone in a second. If that's how this should be interpreted, I think that's really cool.
무엇 사랑하는가 충분히 사랑받지 못한 나이 그래서 무엇보다 신중한 타입 나는 말에 원해 진중한 사 알잖아 영어는 못했어 잔잔한 파도에도 힘없이 쉽게 무너져. 상실은 무엇 때문에 슬픈 걸까? 사실은 두려운 게 슬픈 거야. 두려운 게 슬픈 거야. So far away you're gone.
His voice is so pretty here.
Getting far away. Too far away you're gone. I know I have to know.
I'm also noticing the isolation of this video.
당신은 무엇 때문에 슬픈 걸까? 사실은 두려움이 큰 거잖아. 함께 미래 그리던 우리는 없고 쌓은 모든 성들을 부셔버린 것은 우린 걸. 승패가 없는 게임이라지만 난 언제나 게임 loser. 모든 걸 주겠다던 우린 모든 것을 부셔.
I love that harmony between him and IU.
쌓은 모든 성들을 부셔버린 것은 우린 걸. 승패가 없는 게임이라지만 난 언제나 게임 loser. 모든 걸 주겠다던 우린 모든 것을 부셔. 그리고 떠나지 사랑이던 사람이든 모두가 이기적이기 때문이야.
Both love and people are selfish. Him with this dog is just, first of all, this dog is so gorgeous. His smile.
Getting far away. Too far away you're gone. I know I have to know. Yeah.
So time is yeah, not frightened, go. I know you know anything there's no. So time is yeah, not frightened, go. Nobody doesn't know anymore.
떠가는 사람, 떠가는 사람. 사랑의 끝은 과연 무엇일까? 수많은 사람, 스쳐간 사람. 사랑은 사랑으로 완벽할까? 그래 말야 이타적인 게 어쩌면
What?
사랑의 끝은 과연 무엇일까? 수많은 사람, 스쳐간 사람. 사랑은 사랑으로 완벽할까? 그래 말야 이타적인 게 어쩌면 되려 이기적이네. 널 위해 한다는 말은 곧 내 욕심이기에 욕심을 버리면 행복해지고 채우지 못한 반쪽짜리 허사. 삶은 저항과 복종 사이의 싸움이라는데 내가 보기에는 외로움들과의 싸움이네. 눈물이 터져 나오면 그대 울어도 돼. 당신은 사랑받기에도 이미 충분한데.
Time is yeah, not frightened, go.
삶은 저항과 복종 사이의
See, life's a struggle between resistance and submission.
싸움이라는데 내가 보기에는 외로움들과의 싸움이네. 눈물이 터져 나오면 그대 울어도 돼. 당신은
Struggle against loneliness. Ooh. Wow. Damn. You know, I don't think I want to talk too deep in that. I'm gonna go on.
삶은 저항과 복종 사이의 싸움이라는데 내가 보기에는 외로움들과의 싸움이네. 눈물이 터져 나오면 그대 울어도 돼. 당신은 사랑받기에도 이미 충분한데.
Time is yeah, not
This is so beautifully shot.
go. I know you know anything there's no. So time is yeah, not frightened, go. Nobody doesn't know anymore. Yeah.
You know what's also crazy too? The fact that IU doesn't even appear in this music video. I think it also kind of adds to, because to be honest with you, I was like wondering when she was going to show up the first time we like sat through this, and I was like, I wonder why she isn't like actually in the video. But given the reason for the song, and the way the music video is literally just Suga, the four walls of this house, and that dog, and that was people's reality, you know. And so for her to have been in the video, I think it would have kind of taken away from what the song is trying to, like the message of the song. So it makes complete sense for her to not be in here, like physically, you know?
대부분 다 뭐 사람들한테 전달하고 싶은 이야기도 있지만 나 자신한테 이야기를 하는 것처럼 들린다라는 이야기를 많이 들었거든요. 사실이기도 하고요. 그때 당시에 코로나로 여러 가지 것들을 할 수 없을 때 굉장히 모든 것을 잃어버렸다라고 생각을 했을 때 썼던 곡이기 때문에 나 자신한테 되게 해주고 싶었던 이야기였습니다.
You know, I also I just checked out The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1 on Patreon for the first time ever, and I said it on there, but I'm gonna say it here. That album thus far, because I haven't heard too many BTS albums yet, but that album is like is the best BTS album I've heard thus far. And it began with the intro, and it's Suga, and that song was absolutely amazing. And I said that Suga's speaking voice is like so nice to listen to, and that little outro right there was so nice. Like, he's actually become one of my favorite people now. Something else also, because I feel like I want to check out his other music, like his other albums and stuff. I would be happy to get into those. He strikes me as a person that has like a lot going on up here, like a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings, because I feel like he's also very quiet too, but I feel like he's also dealt with a lot of like pain and a lot of like things like just growing up. I feel like I got that a lot from just the intro of that like that song that I just mentioned at the beginning of that album, and also just with the songs that I've heard from him as Agust D. Like, I don't know, I feel like his story just sounds so interesting, and it's not just that intrigues me. I think I'm just very interested in his life story, and I feel like he puts a lot of that in his music, so it makes me want to listen to the rest of his albums. I want to kind of get to know him a lot more. I also think that, like, from an artistic standpoint, I think it's crazy the amount of reflection a lot of artists did, and just people in general did during the time of us all being locked down. Like, it obviously affected a lot of people differently, and the people that it probably affected the most had a lot of thoughts and had a lot of emotions, and then you have a lot of artists who are able to kind of use what they do as an outlet to kind of get those feelings out. Which is where Jimin made his most recent album, where he made it about how he felt about, you know, being in lockdown. And then you have Suga making this song about how he felt during that time as well. So it's crazy the art that was able to come out of such a terrible scenario, but it also does make you look, you know, inward and kind of have to face those emotions and those feelings and things like that. So in a way, this becomes therapeutic, because you're able to kind of get it out and get it out into the world, and you don't know who's going to also connect with this type of feeling too. I think it's hard to find the positive in that, but there is some, because you're able to make something like this, you know. So I think that's really cool. Thanks so much for hanging out with me here, you guys. If you liked the video, leave a like and a comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if that's your thing, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.